I've watched the process very closely over the past several decades, and I think if we're going to make progress in the sustainable fuel cycle, we have to first address some myths. And I think there are myths associated with Yucca Mountain, because I know the Blue Ribbon Commission is supposed to look at all options except for Yucca Mountain, because Yucca Mountain's not workable, or it's technically flawed in some way. And I think those are the two leading myths, that Yucca Mountain is not workable, because we do know now that it is workable. We know that it's not technically flawed. And I would encourage anyone who is interested in this to look at the report issued within the last couple of weeks by the House Science Committee that evaluated the Safety Evaluation Report, Volume 3. SER Volume 3 is the analysis of the Yucca Mountain license application that addresses specifically the long-term viability of Yucca Mountain, the ability of Yucca Mountain to meet the safety standards established by the EPA and enforced by the Nuclear Regulatory Commission. And if we don't address the myths and address the reality that is Yucca Mountain, we'll never be able to find a solution, a workable solution forward, because it sets the bar too high. And let me explain. We hear about $10 to $15 billion being spent on scientific investigations of Yucca Mountain. That's true. We talk about the politics of Yucca Mountain. 306 people in the House, 60 in the Senate voted to designate Yucca Mountain the site after a governor had vetoed the site. That was signed into law. So we have a law. We have $10 billion spent on scientific investigations. That was done by 9 national science labs, peer-reviewed by dozens of colleges and universities, also international peer review. We also have a license application that was submitted and reviewed by the Nuclear Regulatory Commission, at least to the point where they could give it a numerical score. And if you believe what the House Science Committee reported, and I do, it was 98.5. When we were preparing that license application, we were shooting for an A. We thought we'd be happy with a B and we could live with a C. Turns out we got an A+. Good job, Team Yucca. So, the Blue Ribbon Commission has got the task of evaluating an option and recommending a path forward. Well, if you look at things the way I do, the path forward, if we discount Yucca Mountain, and it doesn't matter what the path forward is, the path forward and then whatever we do next is always going to be evaluated against Yucca Mountain. That's the standard. So now you're going to have more than 306 votes in the House, more than 60 votes in the Senate, and a better than a 98.5, better than A+. I think if we're going to do something different, and that's the new bar, we'll never ever get there. So, that, those are just some of my thoughts. I think we have to be very careful to not discount what's been done in the past.